Hello, our dear audience, and welcome to the Tulum Film Festival and our questions and answers with our participants for 2022 edition. My name is Sandra Herlog, and I'm a part of the Tulum team, and I'll be your host for the entire season of interviews. For today's Q&A, we are very honored and excited to welcome the winner of Human Stories documentary feature film, Revolution Moosehide, director Leslie Johnson and actress Nakehk'o. Welcome, guys.
Hi, thank you so much for having us. It's an honor to be with you at the festival and to be with audiences. And also thank you so much for the award. It's amazing and we are super, super honored.
We are very honored to have you, and congratulations on the win and for creating this really beautiful and moving documentary. I'm gonna just jump straight into the questions. So what inspired you to tell this story? How did it start?
Well, I'll just give a little brief intro from my part of it, and then Melaw can take over because it was her story and life, obviously, that I was following. So I guess it was back in 2011 or 12. Melaw, yeah, so quite a bit ago now. Melaw was doing this amazing moosehide tanning project and asked if I wanted to come and film it. And at that time, it was sort of, I guess, about maybe just kind of like filming parts of it, just kind of for like educational purposes, to have, you know, to just be able to show what the process is like. And so going into one of the communities in the Northwest Territories, and yeah, and so it was just kind of about filming this project that she was doing. And then soon after we kind of began to work on it and just going into the community and working with these amazing women, all of a sudden I could see that there was a lot more kind of to it than simply just sort of like documenting a process. It was really impacting Melaw and our friends that kind of came along in this very profound way. And so I think I wanted to kind of follow this journey with them to be able to kind of show where it went and how important moosehide tanning and, you know, cultural practices were to just to many things, to identity, to self-esteem, and to just sort of like, I guess, the greater political movements that were kind of happening at the time. And so that was sort of like the idea. And yeah, Melaw, maybe, yeah, from your end, what did you think about the beginning of the project? Oh, you're on mute.
Hi. I think we were very lucky at the beginning of this project to have started filming. At first, it was definitely for educational purposes, to document the process of it for teaching. And that was like an aspect that I was thinking would be important, to be able to film the process of hide tanning and capture it for a younger generation and for other people that were hoping to start tanning hides. And at the time, we didn't see the larger picture or impact that the work would have in our communities in the North and across Canada and into the States in some places. So we were very fortunate to have started working together at the very beginning. And for myself, my project was to just myself learn the process of hide tanning. So I knew the steps from the beginning to the end, and was working with Leslie to be able to document that. And then as time went on, we both noticed how it was impacting communities and our friends, as she said, and other people. And it kind of just really took off in this unexpected direction. Like I didn't intend to become like a teacher or travel or do any of the type of work that I was doing because of the high tanning. But the process in the film, you can see the process is really involved, and it's really community oriented, it's really family oriented, and it's really, you're really connected to the land and the animals, and there's this spiritual connection and love, and there's a sense of responsibility that we have as people to be able to maintain the environment for the animals and to maintain the environment the way that it is. So there's a sense of responsibility, and there's a great sense of love for the whole process and everything. And we were very, very lucky to have connected at the beginning of the project and both see that something was happening.
Yeah. But can you speak a little bit to the aftermath of this film? Like what's been happening after the making of this film with the community and the teaching and all that?
Melaw, why don't you tell everyone sort of how it's sort of like where you've gone with it in your life?
After making the film, high tanning became like my work. So it really turned into this work that you don't really see people committing to and making a living off of their land-based way of life. And so it's a new type of way of it's like a new type of work or job to be able to teach people your like high tanning. And so I didn't expect that aspect of it to come out of this, to be able to be asked to travel to other nations in Canada and share the knowledge that I had. And at the same time, because I'm from very far north in Canada, and we have the least amount of contact with colonialism than elsewhere on the continent, I believe. And so the further south you go, the further people are separated from their traditional teachings. And so being able to heal those gaps of knowledge that have been lost through colonialism and through being separated from our land and all those types of like those impacts that have happened to our people historically, and being able to heal parts of those knowledge gaps has been really important work that I find for us to reconnect with the land, reconnect with our elders and our communities, and having a greater sense of our identity and ourself and the confidence that we have when we do this type of work. It's very hard work. It's very physical. You have to be completely like committed to it, or you're not, you won't get very far in the process. And it's really been, it's been very beautiful to be a part of this growing network of high tanners across all these our nations, and seeing other hide camps popping up, and I just received a gift from some young hide tanners that had finished a hide that I had helped them with like 3 years ago, and so that just came in the mail the other day, and a beautiful letter saying just like how encouraging it's been to like be a part of camps or to offer my knowledge even over online through social media. And it's really, it was unexpected from where we started from.
Sorry, Leslie.
Oh, I was just going to say, and I just feel like it was really amazing that, you know, like we were able to document like this this piece of time, you know, and really start at the beginning of many people's journeys, and really kind of be able to sort of, you know, see how that really like impacted people. So it was, you know, we're just really happy that, you know, the film kind of exists and has continued on and is screening in so many different places. And I'll actually add that it's really lovely to be screening in Tulum, particularly also. I actually remember I passed through Tulum at some point at the beginning of when I was making this film, and just in people that I was meeting in the area, you know, just kind of talking about like what I was up to, and, you know, just having some of those exchanges. And I remember speaking to many people, you know, from Tulum and, you know, Indigenous people in the area. And, you know, it was just having conversations about, you know, like what we were doing in this film and like what, you know, people were doing up in Denendeh was just such a lovely just conversation, and people were so supportive and just really excited to hear about the work that was happening. So I'm just, yeah, I feel very lucky that, you know, it's kind of come full circle, and I hope that many people, as a result of this festival in the area, get to see it.
Yes, yes, we hope the audience make sure to get to see this documentary. So speaking of the project, what challenges or difficulties did you find in the making of this film, and how did you found solutions for them? How did you solve the difficulties?
Well, I think it was challenging because I think when you're filming something that is an unfolding story, you never really know where it's going or what's going to happen. So sometimes it's just sort of like evaluating, like, okay, what is this now, and does it kind of match the original intention, and, you know, can I continue doing so? It was largely, you know, it's kind of like a one-man band on it, like a lot of the time. Of course, I had, you know, the help of like many people that sort of when I needed it, but it was sort of like largely driven out of me kind of just going along and doing things. So, you know, that was actually quite challenging, and to just sort of be like, okay, you know, like, what is this now, and can we make something to honor this? And so, you know, there were a lot of people, of course, in a small project that really make an impact. You know, so, you know, I'm very thankful to them, our editor, sound people, sound person, composer, people like that. But just kind of knowing to, you know, to trust in something that is unfolding and that it's going to take you somewhere, you know, beautiful is, you know, sometimes like a little scary, but like ultimately it's just sort of like, I think you can feel when something is happening and it's something so important to follow. And so just having, you know, like trust that you are, you know, like there's a reason like that, you know, this is an important story, and it is a really, it's taking you somewhere. And so, you know, that in and of itself is very challenging, but very rewarding at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Melaw?
Yeah, like similar, just how everything was unfolding, and just there was quite a few events in the documentary that were kind of like really big life moments for myself, and it's, yeah, it's really interesting to be able to have like a film made out of those moments of your life, like sharing those parts of you with so many people. And just a, yeah, again, an unexpected part of this project. And also just the question of like, okay, like when do we end this, like when do we stop filming?
Is it over yet?
Yeah. like filming for 20 years.
Yeah, it's like we're in this for the long haul, Melaw.
Yeah, so that was but yeah, it was, and also like right now, because we did start the project quite a while ago, and some of my elders and mentors have passed away since then, and so it's really kind of I'm just so grateful that we were able to capture some of those moments that we've had in the film, and just very beautiful, and just cherish a lot of those moments. Really grateful to have had them captured and in this project. But yeah, just rewatching and stuff, it is really emotional for myself to see some of those things, to see some of the things. Are reminded of like of some of the big moments that have happened in that time, which is it's really incredible.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, yeah. So what is the thing that you would like people to take away from watching this, and maybe even what is the biggest thing you took away from it, from the process?
I think the biggest thing that I wanted to take away from the from this project was just showing how like influential just starting something small like that can sort of snowball into something that is very like so profound and meaningful in people's lives, that really can connect on like a personal level to, you know, like the level of like friends and family, into the level of communities and nations. And so I think that that's what, you know, we were really trying to show, you know, in following this journey with the film. And I hope that, you know, it shows the important, like fundamentally the importance of upholding Indigenous traditions and cultural practices, and you know, just fundamentally just really making sure that, you know, there is space for those things to happen, and that, you know, again, just upholding those values and practices, and making sure that, you know, people have space to be able to do that. Melaw.
Yeah, you want to fill in with something?
I've thought about this question. What do I hope people take away from the story? And just to see how much that we have in our communities, to see how rich our culture is, and how beautiful our connections are to each other. And there's a lot of other things. There's just like like because I've been wanting, like I remember for many years just wanting that knowledge, like wanting to know something from my culture, and just like feeling like it was so inaccessible to me. And I just really had to work really hard for it for many years, to just work so hard to get it. And I would start, and I failed, and it was really difficult. And but I kept doing it. And in it, like for a very long time. And eventually, and I kept asking people to help me for many years, just to help me. And it was just such a to be such in a space of wanting something so much and working for it for so long, and then finally it just kind of like clicks, and it just makes so much sense that this is what I'm supposed to learn how to do, because it just like informs so much a part of my identity as a Dene person. And it just like gave me such a sense of place in my community and so much confidence in who I was and my knowledge and my relationship with my land. And it just really, so many things just fell into line for myself and who I am, not who I think I am, but like who I am. So it's really important to, and one of the things too is a part of working with this and interpreting a lot of teachings from my elders and my people. And if somebody asks you for something, and you do your best to share your knowledge with them. And I really, for myself, if somebody asks me to help them, then I will do my best to help whoever needs help and be there for them and just cheer them on and encourage them. And whenever a new high tanner starts working on something, I just like have so much love. Like it just makes me feel so good because I know how good it feels. And I'm just so happy. I'm gonna please start. And I think that's throughout like all of our indigenous practices and our land-based practices. When we build that confidence and we build that relationship with our community and the land, then we have such a strong sense of who we are and a great love for our land and for our people and our elders. And so I think that's what I want people to take away.
Yeah, I'm touched here, so I'm just gonna move on to the next question, which is, before we wrap up, of course, we would like to know what you guys are up to next. If you can talk about that, if you have something coming up and you want to share.
Well, I guess one big thing is that we're actually co-directing a film together. I should say we're in development on a film that we're almost there. Yeah, it's maybe a little premature, but we're in development on a film that we're working on together about caribou in the North. And so it's a very, very exciting thing that we're going to be working on for the next little while. And so we've had some really great support on it, and already kind of being able to do a lot of like very interesting things in sort of support of the research for it to go forward. So it's really exciting. And then we've each got other projects that we're working on. I have a film that's about Afghan singers that I helped produce. That's starting in festivals soon, called And Still I Sing. And Melaw has many projects. Like, do you want to mention any?
Yeah, I just finished capturing for 360. Well, it's an experimental 360 or 270 video installation. So I did the filming in my hometown in Tlitliquen in Fort Simpson. So it's a small community just up here in the north, and captured 360 video in a couple of places. And so I'm hoping to be working on post-production in the next couple of weeks to have that available at a couple of exhibitions this summer.
Exciting. So there's a few things going on. Can't wait to see next project that you are on. And it's time for us to wrap it up here. So it's been a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for joining us for the conversation and for talking about the process and the project. thank you so much. And thank you to the audience for being here with us today. Make sure you find Revolution Moosehide and watch it. And I'll see you in the next Q&A session. And for more information about the program and the films, just visit our website. So greetings from Tulum We Film Festival. And thank you so much, Leslie. And thank you so much, Melaw. And good luck with your next projects. I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Merci, ciao.